I don't think I'd have the restraint that he had yesterday, to be very frank, but in saying that, I think it's a good start on a new relationship.
Doug Ford emerging from a call with the rest of Canada's First Ministers and Mark Carney. Ontario's Premier praised the Prime Minister for resetting the relationship with Trump and wasn't expecting the tariffs imposed by the President to come down immediately.
No one expected to sign a deal, but I'll tell you, it was a massive step forward that he went down there, and they seem to be getting along quite well.
Ford says the call with the Prime Minister also focused on the strained relationship the federal government has had with the prairie provinces. He says Canada needs to build more pipelines, and it needs to address talk of Western secession.
I said, you know, it's time that your government starts showing some love to Saskatchewan and Alberta, because as I said, like, the last Prime Minister showed no love. Matter of fact, to the contrary.
But Ford downplayed perceived rifts between himself and high-ranking members of his own party. He stressed that he gets along well with Alberta Premier Danielle Smith, despite taking a veiled shot at her talk of holding a referendum yesterday.
Like, we get along. I think there's this big misnomer that we don't get along. I could call her up right now and say, you know, come to Toronto, we'll be going out for lunch.
And Ford has notably drawn the rancor of some federal conservatives who accused him last week of interfering in the election.
I see Doug Ford as a problem for Ontario and for Canada. When it was our turn to run an election, he couldn't stay out of our business.
Today, Ford confirmed federal leader Pierre Poilievre has asked to meet with him, and he's willing to talk.
Yeah, I think he's asked everyone across the country for a meeting. I have no problem with that. And I'll be more than happy to talk to anyone and work with anyone.
But Ford wouldn't weigh in on where he thought Poilievre should have run after the federal leader lost his Ontario seat in the election.
Oh, buddy, I'm not going into that bear trap. No way. You just go there.
It was a day of holding and booking high-profile meetings at Queen's Park. The Premier also spoke with U.S. Ambassador to Canada, Pete Hoekstra, about tariffs. And Ford and the First Ministers have agreed to meet again on June 2nd in person in Saskatoon to continue to talk trade. Sean Jeffords, CBC News, Toronto.
Most of the time she wants to go to the Indian restaurants, but my priority is the Pakistani food. That's what I love.
This Indian-Pakistani couple met at Humber College in 2010, married in 2014, and are now raising their 3 children in Brampton, not with a focus on nationality or religion, but raising the best humans they can.
When I married him, I never looked at him as in he's like Sikh or he's from India. It was just more about we love each other.
The couple is concerned about traveling to see relatives. They often go to India, but when the temperature between the countries flare, it becomes an issue.
Now the situation is going to escalate, and then they're going to stop the visas and everything, and then kids and the wife, they won't be able to go to India anymore.
Peel region is home to a large South Asian community, nearly 250,000 from India and around 50,000 from Pakistan. Holiday festivities from both cultures draw large crowds to celebrate together.
10 toes in when we standing on business.
For the Brampton Raiders, Indians and Pakistanis and people from all over the world don't play for their countries. They play under the same banner.
I hope it doesn't escalate and they can find a common ground and people don't suffer from the war, right? War never brings anything good. I think this could be a message there. If we can coexist here together, they can coexist over there too.
I think we are all hoping for a very quick resolution, a very peaceful resolution. I don't think any of us wants to see the innocent lives being wasted on either side of the border.
Dale Manuktuk, CBC News, Brampton.